So what is it that causes aging? So aging is simply a loss of information. I call it the information theory of aging. But I just told you that it's not due to the loss of genetic information. So what is it? Well, there are two types of information in our bodies that are essential for life. One is genetic, and the other is epigenetic. Okay? And you'll probably recall from high school that epigenetic is the term for any process and structure that governs the way the genetic information is packaged and read by the cell. So here's a cartoon of what the epigenome looks like. We've got the DNA, which is in blue. That's our genome. And the genome, I put it to you, is a digital form of information. It is A, T, C, G, 4 bases. This would be, instead of a binary, a quaternary mode of transferring information throughout our life between cells and across the last 4.6 billion, well, at least 4 billion years since we first emerged out of the primordium. And we think that the inability to preserve genetic information is not the cause of aging. It's important for evolution, but over the lifespan of our bodies, we still have a lot of that information intact. Digital is a great way to store information, as you all know. You can copy it without error. Our cells typically do in a large way. So what else is the problem, potentially, in aging? And that's the epigenome, which I'm showing you as these green proteins that wrap up the DNA. Those proteins spool up the genome in the same way you might spool up a garden hose. And when you spool them up very tightly, package that garden hose, your genes in that region of that hose or in that region of the genome will be switched off. And those that are exposed in a big loop, so your garden hose is looped out over the driveway, those are genes that will be switched on. And that's also an essential type of information because it tells each cell what type of cell it should be. All of our cells, essentially all of our cells, have the same genome. But what distinguishes a brain cell from a liver cell, and what allows a fertilized egg to become a 26 billion composite of different cell types when it's born, is the epigenome. And the epigenome, I believe, is the reason that we age. It is a loss of analog information.